Most men believe that losing their morning erection is simply a natural part of aging, but that is not the truth. The quiet disappearance of your morning strength is not caused by your age at all. It is caused by something else that is both surprising and fixable. Right now, inside your body, everything you need for an erection is still there, still waiting, and still able to respond. What I will show you today does not need any prescription. It only requires your hand, your breath, and a little patience. Most men go their whole lives without pressing them with intention. They are not made-up ideas. They are proven pressure areas that support blood circulation, nerve feeling, and sexual energy. Tap the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you will never miss natural health tips made especially for men over 60. If this message connects with you, type the number 1 in the comments to let me know. If it does not, type 0. Your honest response helps me improve this content for you. With just a few minutes of breath, touch, and focus, we can help you turn it back on. Once you learn how to use them, everything begins to shift. Most changes after 60 are not signs of something broken. They are signs that the body is no longer fully connected. All it takes is learning how to press 3 specific spots on your lower body. They lowered their voices and asked, "Doctor, I used to wake up solid. Now I wake up and it feels like nothing is there. Did something break?" When done the right way, these can bring your morning erections back without pills, without machines, and without any shame. I am Dr. Lauren, a professor of urology and men's health with over 30 years of experience, helping men in their 60s and older regain their strength and blood flow. What might surprise you the most is that these 3 spots are already on your own body. Please stay with me because in just a few moments, I will guide you through each one and explain how to combine them with 5 simple habits that will make your results even stronger. Before we begin, if you have not yet subscribed, now is a great time. This is something I wish every man over 60 would hear from his doctor. Your body is not broken. It is simply sleeping. 1. Your body is not broken. It is simply sleeping. Let us begin with one of the most important truths. That morning strength you used to wake up with did not disappear. It only went quiet. Let me tell you something I never read in a medical textbook, but that I have seen over many years of working with men. I have had men walk into my office who were proud and strong men. They lowered their voices and asked, "Doctor, I used to wake up solid. Now I wake up and it feels like nothing is there. Did something break?" I always look them in the eye and say, "No, nothing broke. Your body has simply gone quiet, and we can help it speak again. Your manhood, your blood flow, your nerve feeling, and your body's reaction are still there. They are not gone, just ignored. The blood vessels still exist, but they move slower. They think they have failed, or that they have aged out of being a man. That is not true. It was not from pleasure, but from hope. It reminded them that their body is still alive and still able. If no one flips a light switch for a long time, the room stays dark. That does not mean the power is gone. It just means the switch was not used. The 3 points I will teach you are like flipping that switch, not with pressure, but with breath, focus, and gentle care. The nerves are still alive, but they have not been spoken to in a while. Most men live their whole lives not knowing its value. You are just going to sit, breathe, and allow your body to remember itself. The saddest part is that most men think it is their fault. He felt a little warmth, a soft pulse, and a small return of feeling in a place he had nearly forgotten. They wake up, reconnect with your brain, and slowly bring back sensation. Not all at once, but just enough to bring hope. When you sit on it gently using a rolled towel or soft object, it begins to relax. The tightness fades and the blood that has been blocked for years starts to move again. In ancient Chinese medicine, this is called CV1. In Western medicine, it does not have a fancy name, but it is incredibly important. Think about it like this. He told me he had not felt anything in his lower body in almost 10 years. You just need your breath and a few minutes of stillness. Doctor, he said, it feels like the lights are off and I forgot what it used to feel like when they were on. The first step is learning how to listen again. Your body has been whispering. You simply have not been taught how to hear it. I have seen men cry after feeling warmth return to their lower body. That is what this journey is really about. It is not only about erections. It is about reconnecting with the part of you that once gave you confidence and power. 2. The lock that opens blood flow. There is one part of the male body that almost no one mentions. It is never brought up during medical checkups or in most conversations. I'm talking about the space between your anus and your scrotum. I remember a man named Richard, who was 71 years old. Calm and proud of his years in the Navy. I showed him this second spot and said, "You are not going to push hard or force anything." Within a few days, he started to feel something shift. This happens because the spot acts like a valve. It holds back blood and nerve energy. Even more important is that the nerves in your perineum begin to fire again. What is amazing about this method is that it only needs your presence. You do not need pills or devices. You just need your breath and a few minutes of stillness. Richard wrote me 2 weeks later and said, "Doctor, I sat and breathed, and this morning I felt like myself again." 3. The secret flow in your inner thigh. Most men look at their inner thighs and think they are only there to help them walk. However, there is something hidden inside that soft part of your leg that is directly tied to your erections. He told me he thought the only use his thighs had now was sitting and balance. What I showed him changed everything. I had a patient named Carlos who was 68 years old and a retired bus driver. Along the line where your thigh connects to your hip runs a powerful path for blood and energy. In Chinese medicine, this is part of the spleen meridian. After working with the first 2 points, he would lie down and gently run his fingers from the crease of his thigh downward. After a week, he said something I will never forget. "Doctor, I do not just feel more in my body. I feel like a man again." When he found a sore or tight area, and he always did, he would pause, breathe, and press gently for a few seconds. It is like your whole lower body wakes up again. There is one thing I've seen over and over again. These pressure points work best when they are used along with the right daily habits. It is not because your penis cannot work. It is because it is not getting what it needs. However, if the wires inside the walls are damaged, the signals still cannot travel. That is where your habits come in. They repair the inner system so that everything works together. In Western medicine, it lines up with the femoral artery and nerve. They give your body what it needs to heal and stay strong. These are 2 major highways for sending blood and nerve signals to your lower body. When these paths become tight or blocked, your erections lose strength and feeling. Carlos began a simple daily routine. Within days, he noticed more warmth below. That is the power of this 3rd spot. It clears the path, lets blood return, and helps you feel more in control. You are not waiting on medicine to work. You are using your own hands and actions. That feeling alone helps restore confidence. What is even more interesting is that many men report better sleep, calmer mornings, and stronger legs after they start using this inner thigh area. 4. Small daily habits that help full recovery. I have spent many years helping men restart their erections using only natural methods. Think of the pressure points as keys. They open locked doors. These habits are not difficult, and they do not take much time. They give your body what it needs to heal and stay strong. Habit 1. Learn to breathe better. Many older men breathe fast and high in their chest. This creates stress in the body. When you breathe slower through your nose and send the breath into your belly, your whole system calms down. Your nitric oxide levels rise. Your blood vessels open up and let more blood flow. This is not just a guess. It is proven science. Your blood pressure begins to fall. After age 60, your body loses water much faster. Just 5 minutes each day of deep belly breathing can bring balance back to your body and help blood reach the parts that need it most. Habit 2. Drink water the right way. Some men laugh when I tell them to drink warm water in the morning. A warm glass of water in the morning helps thin it out just enough to improve blood movement, especially to your lower body. At night, your blood gets thicker because you are not drinking. This small habit becomes a kind of morning medicine when you do it every day. Over time, it harms the walls of your blood vessels. Habit 3. Lower your sugar. It helps push blood back toward the heart and keeps your blood moving without hard work. Sugar is a hidden thief. It sneaks into snacks, drinks, and desserts. That late-night cookie may feel harmless, but inside it causes swelling and damage. A short walk after dinner is enough to help your body pump blood better. Even cutting back a little helps your blood vessels heal. When they heal, your erections become stronger again. It is how your nervous system responds to calm signals. Habit 4. Move with kindness. You do not need to go to the gym or lift heavy weights. This simple walk turns on the venous pump system in your legs. It is easy on your joints, and it is perfect for men over 60 who want to stay active without pain. Habit 5. Touch with respect. The way you touch your body changes everything. If you rush through the techniques with anger or stress, your nervous system reacts with tension. If you move slowly, with respect and attention, your body listens. This is not just emotional. When you care for your body begins to care for you. These 5 habits are not just helpful. They are the support your recovery depends on. They make your results deeper, steadier, and more lasting. 5. Real men, real changes, real hope. After all the science and habits, what makes this truly real are the stories of men who tried it. One night, while scrolling through videos, he found mine. He was tired and upset because his body did not feel like his own anymore. Some were unsure. Some felt embarrassed. They all took a chance on something different. I just wanted to wake up one day and feel like I still mattered. I remember a man named Frank. He was 74 years old and used to work as a mechanic in Iowa. He said, "Doctor, I was not hoping for magic." That sentence stayed with me. It is not just about erections. He was calm, patient, and serious about it. It is about what they mean. The quiet confidence that you still belong in your own skin, and felt something I had not felt in more than 10 years. It was real. It was natural. It was mine. It is about reconnecting with the part of yourself that brings confidence, peace, and strength. Frank began to use the 3 pressure points each day. After about 3 weeks, he began to feel changes. At first, it was a bit more warmth, then more fullness in the morning. Real change never happens from doing something one time. Then one day it happened. He told me, "Doctor, I woke up, it was how these men began to walk taller, speak more gently, and treat themselves with more kindness." Frank is not the only one. I have heard from truck drivers, retired teachers, grandfathers, and even a preacher. I just wanted to feel like my body still answers me. Now it does. One man named David, who was 69 years old, wrote me and said, "I do not even care about sex anymore. Maybe I still have mornings ahead of me. Maybe this really can work for me." That is what this journey is really about. It is not about chasing youth. What surprised me most was not just the stronger blood flow. When you feel alive again, everything else in your life starts to improve. If you are still watching this, I believe you feel that same small voice inside saying, "Maybe it is not too late." 6. Final words. Make it a ritual, not a task. If there is one truth I have learned after decades of helping older men, it is this. It comes from showing up every day with focus. That is how a technique becomes a transformation. That is how healing becomes part of your life. You now know something most men never hear in their lifetime. Your body still remembers what to do. You have learned about the pressure points. You have learned how to breathe deeply. You have learned that your inner thigh is more than muscle. It is a powerful path. You now understand that the space just above your pubic bone holds the control system of your manhood. You now know that the area near your perineum is not just skin. It is a signal switch. You have also learned that small daily actions like drinking water, walking gently, breathing slowly, and touching with care can create big changes. Now, what matters most is what you do with this knowledge. Do not treat it like a job. Treat it like a daily moment of connection. Make it a time to tell your body, I am here, I still care, I am listening. I think of men like Richard, Carlos, Frank, and David. They did not just regain morning erections. They regained themselves. They did not chase youth. They chose connection. If you are still here with me now, I believe you are ready to do the same. This is not about going back in time. It is about moving forward with calm power and real peace. Wherever you are right now, in your bed, on your couch, or just resting, I hope you will take what you have learned and turn it into something meaningful. Make it a moment of breath, of touch, and of quiet. Make a small moment each day just for yourself. When you do, you will discover what many others already have. You are not broken. You are simply ready to reconnect. Your strength never left. It was simply waiting for you to come back and feel it again. If this message helped you, please like this video and share it with another man who might need to hear it. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss natural, science-based health advice made for men over 60. Please remember this truth. Your path to health and strength starts with the belief that your body still works, still responds, and still belongs to you.